amongst Democrats in the Senate as a landmark bill to tackle climate change was finally passed. After more than a year of intense wrangling, the sweeping reforms are being seen as a major victory for President Biden. Republicans had tried to derail the legislation worth $430 billion overall, claiming it would undermine economic growth. The Inflation Reduction Act, as it's known, includes almost $370 billion to steer the US economy away from oil, gas and coal. It also contains measures to reduce the price of healthcare and introduce new taxes for business. Leana Hosea reports.
Wildfires, flash floods, drought and melting polar ice caps. Extreme weather events are increasing around the world because of climate change. The United States tops the list of countries that have emitted the biggest amount of carbon dioxide in total since the Industrial Revolution and is still the world's second biggest polluter. With such high stakes, the Democrats cried with joy and pumped their fists in the air after the US Senate finally approved a key plank of President Joe Biden's domestic agenda. The Inflation Reduction Act will invest $369 billion for climate change, the largest investment in US history. Its authors say it will reduce US carbon emissions by 40% by 2030.
The boldest climate package in U.S. history. The Senate has now passed the most significant bill to fight the climate crisis ever, and it's going to make a difference to my grandkids. The world will be a better place for my grandchildren because of what we did today, and that makes me feel very, very good.
Compromises were made, but large amounts of money will fund a range of alternative energy solutions.
Hundreds of billions of dollars for investment in solar power and wind power, geothermal power, nuclear power, important tax credits for electric vehicles, hugely significant incentives for carbon capture and direct air capture and hydrogen power, tens of billions of dollars for helping farmers play a role in the fight against climate change.
But Republicans say the bill will damage the US economy and that it amounts to a war on American fossil fuels.
Democrats have already robbed American families once through inflation, and now their solution is to rob American families yet a second time. Democrats want to ram through hundreds of billions of dollars in tax hikes and hundreds of billions of dollars in reckless spending. And for what?
Some Republicans have said they will try to stall or block the progress of the bill, but it is expected to be approved next week in the House of Representatives. Leana Hosea, BBC News.